Christine on the Morning News. Thanks for staying with us. Of course, we are not too far away from Easter weekend. It's hard to believe that. Lots of preparations going on. We had Schoolhouse come in earlier this morning with some dish ideas. And now we're talking with Doug Reichel from Doug Reichel Wine Marketing Inc. about some wines that you can maybe pair with that. So thanks for coming in, Doug. Tell us about what you've brought in.
Thanks, Chanel. I brought 3 wines from Chile today. Easter is the high point in the Christian calendar. Honoring the death of Jesus Christ and then celebrating his resurrection. And so this becomes party central, especially on Easter Sunday, and that's the background. So I wanted to bring 3 wines from a single winery in Chile. Torreon de Paredes means Tower of the Paredes family. And they've produced stunning wines now for years, Chanel. In fact, they were one of the first in Chile to be ISO 14001 certified for environmental friendly land use. All that is to say, very healthy grapes, incredible quality wine that over-delivers. So the first wine we have here is the Chardonnay, the Reserve Chardonnay. And by Reserve, they mean the vines are about 20 years old, and they've spent about 8 to 10 months in French oak. But the oak doesn't dominate, it just sort of couches it.
So what would this be good to pair with?
Great wine with anything poultry, anything fish, very almost pineapple notes in it.
Okay.
Absolutely delicious.
So for like a lamb or a darker meat?
Darker meats, ham is another one as well. Probably one of the most food versatile wines I have in my portfolio, Chanel, is actually the Torreon de Paredes Carmenere. The Carmenere is a soft, velvety wine that has very mild tannins. And bring on the lobster, bring on the fish, bring on the ham.
Doug, you're making me hungry. You're making me thirsty.
Bring on whatever Amy brought in earlier. I mean, this is the sort of wine that you need to have in your house because it will go with 80% of all the wines.
Awesome.
And then the last wine here from that same Torreon de Paredes family. This is their flagship wine, Chanel. This is a wine that demands a sort of a quiet moment as you ponder the depth and the complexity of the wine. This is a 2008 vintage that we have on our shelves in the liquor stores now. 7 years old, okay, and just coming into its own now. Why don't we try the Carmenere?
You know that this is always my favorite part of the interview, Doug. So you did some traveling to Chile quite recently.
Yes, I had the privilege of going there with my wife to visit Torreon de Paredes and see the harvest. In fact, they had just begun the Chardonnay harvest about 2 weeks ago, and heavy into that. Wonderful. Tasted some of the wine out of the tanks just as it's fermenting.
Quite a tough job you got there.
Incredible experience. I don't get a lot of sympathy for my work. And I can see you're not crying over my sort of...
You know, I'm glad to have you here. That's about it.
Yeah, right. So, the Torreon de Paredes Reserve Carmenere, and this vintage is the 2012 absolute winner for Easter celebration.
All right, well, cheers to that, Doug. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm going to have a sip of this.